Hi, it's Tico Venturi with the Venturi Group of Real Broker in Albuquerque, New Mexico, with my first look at the June home sales data that came in now that it's the 3rd of July. Happy 4th of July, by the way. I'm going to do a deeper dive and look at all the sales metrics here in a little bit, but I wanted to look at pricing because we can get a pretty good picture of where pricing is right now, even though it's just the 3rd. So we're looking at all single-family detached homes that are resale properties because the new sale market's a little bit different. But I want to just look at resale properties because that's what most people that own homes are curious about. So, all right, first and foremost, we have some new record highs. Median sale price is now $365,000. You can see the peak here. So these are monthly numbers. So median price now $365,000. Up from the 350 in May and up from 329 of June of last year. But you can see we did have a seasonal pullback and a much steeper seasonal pullback than we normally do. But I'm going to get into that a little bit more here in a moment. We also hit a high in the average price, now $416,000. I don't know why that was so hard to read. $416,213 on average. However, I always like to look at price per square foot as well. Again, we're looking at just closed sales. Price per square foot, average price per square foot was now $202. That's a new all-time high, 4%, a 4.7% increase from last June of 22 right there. Again, you can see we had that peak in May, pull back up. And like I've been talking about, we had that pullback all the way through until January, and then starting in January, home prices, closed sale prices started to move up again. Of course, we took that big hit right here with the interest rates because that's when really April is when home mortgage rates really started to jump up last year, which put a hit on the market and slowed down the appreciation. Actually moved it backwards a little bit, but year over year, we're up again. However, I wanted to break this down a little bit more because it does make a difference depending on the price range of the home. So I broke it down into $350,000 and below and $350,000 and above. And the gold is the above. And what we have is a 2.4% increase from last year on the average price per square foot and a 5% increase on the average price per square foot for those 350 and below. The thing that's interesting about this chart, if you see, last year, 2022, was a 16% increase from 21 and 11% for those more expensive homes. So the rate of appreciation has slowed down, which is actually a healthy thing for our market. And then if we break it down by the size of the home, we kind of see the same thing. So homes under 2,000 square feet saw 7% gain in price per square foot from last year, and 3.7% if the home is 2,000 square feet and above. I did look at the kind of the luxury market, 6,000, 600,000, 700,000 and up, and that price range, not as much movement, almost flat really from last year. And then the last thing I wanted to point out is kind of the seasonality. This is our June data, and it's actually very, very common that June is the month that home prices peak seasonally, and then they kind of flatten out and pull back through the into late summer, fall, and into winter, and then kind of reset and start going up again in January, February. And we definitely can point that out here from last year. Peak in May, pulled back all the way through to January, and then it's been going up ever since the beginning of the year. But let's go back to some of these kind of what I call normal years. 2016, we peaked in June, kind of pulled back a little bit, went all the way down. In this case, it went January, February, it just kind of flattened out. March, and then April, it jumped up again in that year of 17, something similar here in 18. So I do expect if normal seasonal trends continue, that we'll start to see home prices flatten out through the rest of the summer. Very, very common. So I'll put a link to this blog post in this video, wherever you're seeing it. If you got any questions about real estate, we're the Venturi Group with Real Broker in Albuquerque. We're at 505-448-8888. Take care.